Hello everyone, Samantha here with Crafty Sammy. Thanks for checking out my channel in today's video. Today I am doing something I've been meaning to do for so long. I started doing this in one of my videos that I posted a little while ago now, and I just never got around to finishing it. I have been busy with working, getting outside, and if you've seen some of my other videos, I just recently opened an Etsy shop for some of the items I've been crocheting. So I've been focusing on that, but I'm excited to get this video made and get my diamond drills a bit more organized, because I do want to kit up my next kit. So if you saw my last video where I was starting to put some of my drills into baggies, I didn't have them written down in my notebook. So now I have all of the DMC numbers written down. This is for Diamond Art Club rounds. I like to keep my Diamond Art Club separate from the other companies that I've ordered from, which I've ordered from Home Craftology, one from AliExpress, and then Diamond Art Club, which most of my kits are from. So all I did was just I'm on a Facebook diamond painting group, and they have all of the DMC numbers. So I just went through and wrote them all down. And so now I'm just going to mark off which ones I have baggies for, just so I don't get multiple baggies going on, and try to get them a little bit organized in my box. I do need to get some glue. If you watched me make this, I've been moving around and falling every time I pick this up. I did it in kind of a half ASS way, just because that's how I do my crafts. I'm not super thought out about it all. So I do need to get a hot glue gun and just glue these in place so they stop moving around. But it's at least somewhere to store the drills that is something different than all of these containers that I've been storing them in lately. So these are the ones that still need to get into baggies. So these are Diamond Art Club rounds, and these are some squares. But first, before I get to those, I want to mark off which drills I already have. So I'm gonna get going on that and do a little bit of, I guess, instead of a whip and chat, like an organization in chat. So like I mentioned, it's been pretty busy for work, and now we are still on lockdown for the most part. Like the vaccine just opened up a few weeks ago to individuals 12 and up. I don't have 141, so that's a good start. So yeah, we've mostly been kind of stuck at home a lot, which is not very exciting stuff. But luckily, with crafts, you can easily be able to be kept busy and have some other things to do. So I'm always super happy to have a good craft to work on. Like I mentioned, I've been crocheting a lot, trying to get my little crochet business going. So that's been a lot of fun. I definitely have a lot to learn, but I really am enjoying getting to, be a bit more creative, try a lot of things. Sorry, Glenn is coming and checking out what I'm doing. Trying out a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily have tried out before. I feel like I might have missed a page when I was doing my Diamond Art Club rounds, because I think I'm missing. Oh no, it's because these are ABs. So the ABs are specific to Diamond Art Club. So that's why they won't be on like your typical DMC list if you're kind of doing a bit of organization like this. And so you just got to kind of add. I kind of talk about why I make this in a previous journal video, but I just find it helpful so I don't get multiple baggies going for the same things. So wherever you are watching this, I hope that your country or location is starting to kind of open up a little bit more. And I'm really happy that we're at least moving into summer. Mind you, the weather here has been a little all over the place, but that's typical spring for where I am. We don't really get a spring, we just get other seasons tricking us. But it's definitely been an interesting year with COVID and everything that's been going on. My husband and I are both really fortunate in that our jobs have been secure. We're not impacted like I've been working from home, but neither of us have lost our jobs. My husband actually got to start a new job and got to start a really great opportunity. So I definitely am thankful for that and that we're both healthy. I know a few people that have got COVID, but they've all recovered well. So all in all, we're definitely walking out of all of this a bit more unscathed than a lot of people. But personally, it's definitely been a hard year. My husband and I are trying for a family, and we've been trying for a year now. So this might be a sensitive subject to some people, but it's definitely not something that I've ever was talked to about or talked about with anyone else. So when we started trying, I was like, oh yeah, like a couple months tops, we'll have a baby on the way. And now we're sitting here a year later, and it's has definitely been hard. It's a really hard thing to go through. If you have gone through it, if you know someone else that's going through it, my heart really does go out to you. I do have endometriosis. If you don't know what it is, I guess in summary, like the endometrium is the lining in your uterus. And for whatever reason, of course they don't know because it's a woman's issue. Don't get me, I won't get started on how much that bothers me, that so many things that affect women are so unresearched and unlooked into. But basically, tissue similar to that, for whatever reason, grows outside of your uterus. So it's incredibly painful. So in addition to learning that we're not pregnant every month, then I'm in about a pain and agony for a couple of weeks while my body does something that it's not supposed to, and they don't know why. 1 in 10 women are actually impacted by this. Last month, I think it was last month, yeah, April, is Endometriosis Awareness Month. So if it's something that you have, like, oh, I feel you. I am fortunate that I don't have it, like a lot of symptoms that other women seem to have. I'm fortunate I don't. Mine presents in a much funnier way. I haven't seen anyone else that has it in the same way I do, and my doctor was even a little shocked. But I am really fortunate to be in Canada. Our healthcare is great. Like, I can go to the doctor and not have a huge bill at the end, so that is fantastic. However, you really need to push for your health. If something is wrong, and if you're in Canada, don't stop pushing. My doctors kept telling me, oh, you're fine, take this pill. I had a lot of ultrasounds done. They're like, oh, this pill should fix it, and it didn't. And I don't want to be on painkillers. That's not how I really want to, live my life. I'm trying to think of, actually, I don't have any baggies out. Sorry, I didn't have enough baggies. But like I was saying, you just need to make sure that you listen to your body. If you think something is wrong, listen to your body and try to get it looked at, because I definitely some women go through many years of pain and suffering before it gets diagnosed. So that's, I guess, just to get to know me a little better. It definitely is. I try to keep it a very small aspect of my life, but it definitely sucks when you're in pain and kind of suffering and you're trying to keep a cool, calm, and collected face on because you want to either be professional, you don't want to miss out on things. But if you didn't know about it, it's always good to be aware of it as a woman, a mother, father, whatever, just in case you have a daughter. And, if things really hurt and things are painful, like, yeah, the time of the month that no one likes to talk about is definitely uncomfortable. But pain, it's not normal. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But I do have a bunch of these finished that I really need to get in a box get framed, because I'm really excited about the Aperol Spritz one I recently finished, as well as the coffee is always a good time, and I want to put it above our bar. We just bought this really pretty painting from someone off of Facebook to go above our fireplace on our main floor. So we're definitely moving towards trying to decorate our house a lot more. I'm a pretty frugal person, minus, I guess, when it comes to yarn, but really big purchases. just in the mentality of, oh, we can't afford it, we can't afford it. But we've been in our house for a little while, 2 years, and there's still a lot of rooms that aren't really furnished or they're not really decorated. So we do need to start doing that just to make our home feel more homey, especially with how much we've been home lately. It'll be nice to have the rooms a lot farther along. And then when we can actually have people over, it's nice to have a well-decorated house. So let me know below in the comments how you guys keep track of your drills. Do you keep the spare ones? I've been seeing some people do some pretty cool things on Facebook with their leftover drills lately, like using, I think, like resin molds and turning them into like pyramids. Some people save them in case they run out, or in case maybe on one of their Facebook groups someone runs out. Then they're able to offer a helping hand to get them that missing color, so they don't need to either order. And this can happen, like you can have a mishap, like I've had a spill with a Diamond Art Club, so I ran out of the color, but it was my fault because I spilled it. But I had leftovers from another kit, so I didn't need to worry about contacting them, because I think they have like a pretty good like spill policy where they'll send you the drills. So it's just nice to be able to keep working and not have to pause because you're waiting on drills. I think I'm gonna try to save them until I get too many of certain colors. Then maybe I'll try donating them to like, maybe some kids can use them for local craft. Like you can buy like the sticky paper. And I have so many of the pens now as well that I don't want to just throw them away. I know lots of people seem to like to have their trays, like multiple trays, and they have these tray holders. They always need a lot as well. I think a lot of people like to get the custom pens too, which are pretty cool. I only have one custom, it's not a custom pen, but a pen that came, it's fancier than the typical kits. It came in a mystery diamond painting kit that I got from Amazon. And I only got it from Amazon because I wanted the pen. And it's a pretty pen. So this is pretty much all I'm going to be doing right now. As I went to go get more baggies, I discovered these on my bookshelf behind me from the last kit that I did. So I need to get all of these into the baggies. So I have these for the next kit I'm going to kit up. It's going to be a larger one. It's like a farm scene one, and I want to give it to the people that we get our farm share from. I think I'll just make a cute little gift just to show my appreciation for everything that they do, whether they like it or not. Like I'll put a note, so like keep it, you donate it, hang it, whatever. I just like to spend my time doing that, and if people can do what they want with it after they get it. I did go buy a bunch. We have a backyard, and our backyard's on a hill, and there's 2 garden beds at the top, and I've been working on them. And if you're a gardener, holy cow, it's a lot of work, right? With how the beds are, they're older, like we didn't make them, and the roots are coming through and kind of like punching, I'm trying to think of the word, but they've gone into the bed. So last year I had to dig out a bunch of roots, and there's 2 pine trees really close. We don't get pine needles in it, but the pine tree roots grow really fast and go through the beds. The one bed I cleaned out last year and planted some veggies, but the other one I didn't. And I have so many regrets about not doing anything to it, because the amount of grass roots and these pine tree roots that have made their way through this garden bed, it's unreal. And it is so time consuming to dig through it all and rip out those roots and get rid of some of the bits of soil that are just completely full of roots. Takes a lot of time. Our weather the past few days has not been great, so I haven't been able to get out there. But over the weekend, I am gonna hopefully get out and get working on them, because I did buy a bunch of flowers and some veggies yesterday. I want to do tall flowers in one bed. I did a bunch of Googling in the store to make sure I was getting ones that wouldn't kill my dog immediately. So I got a bunch of flowers and I got some veggies. They didn't have a huge selection, so I am going to go back in a little bit and see if they have any more. I do have some living lettuce from my farm share that I'm going to try to replant, but I love having some fresh veggies, and it's just kind of fun to try to grow it. But I'm really hoping the flowers are successful, in part because you obviously want to have a nice garden, and I spent way too much money on them. So I told my husband, next year, even though it's going to take up some space in the house and I'm going to have to take off his scotch from the bar, I'm going to try to plant some stuff from seed because it's so much cheaper than buying all of it already done. Like definitely that's a lot easier, which is why it's more expensive. But just to be a bit more cost effective next year, I would like to try to grow a lot from seed, but this will be nice. I did buy a lot of perennials, so I won't need to, you know, do that one garden completely from scratch next year, assuming the roots don't infiltrate the bed so much that they're not able to stay growing. So I'm just gonna speed this up. I don't wanna ramble, but I hope you guys got to know me a little bit more. I really hope if anyone else there is suffering with some of the same things or going through the same things that we've been going through, you don't have to comment because you don't necessarily maybe want people to know, but just know that you're not alone. That was the huge thing for me, was that no one's ever talked about this with us until we started trying, and it took so long. And so many people opened up and said, oh yeah, it took us a year, it took us 2 years, it took us 3 years, but that's never talked about beforehand. So you go into it excited, which you should be excited, but maybe a little unrealistic. Because a lot of my friends, they also started trying when we were younger, and I'm on the wrong side of 30 now, which is scary. So that might have an impact, but when no one talks about it and you kind of feel lonely that you're the only one going through it, and you're not. And that's, I guess, kind of what I want to say. So if you don't want to comment below, I totally understand, but just know you're not alone. So I'm just going to keep working away on this so I can get all of these drills kitted up. And I will just maybe speed it up a little bit, but please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I find organizing this stuff super therapeutic. I would love to know if you guys enjoy it. Maybe it's your least favorite part. I know kitting up is like a love or hate thing. I think getting your drills organized is probably also a love and hate thing. Just let me know in the comments because I'd love to chat with you guys about it. But I will just keep working away, and I'm going to catch up with you guys when I do the kitting up of the next kit that I want to work on. All right, I'll catch you later.